Hi, I want to talk to you today about grief and Christmas. Unfortunately, those two things go together. A lot of people who have suffered some kind of loss through the years, especially those who have had a profound and recent loss, will find Christmas extremely difficult to get through. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, it'll be one of the many holidays that celebrate light this time of year. And there will be traditions that people have participated in over the years that will be different and have changed, and that's lost too. And it seems like when we experience loss that's fresh, it actually builds up and stirs up old loss and the feelings that came with that. So every year for the last several years, the Beaver Lodge United Church has asked me to lead their Blue Christmas service. Now, for those of you that don't know what Blue Christmas is, it is a worship service basically for people who worship that helps them find some peace at the Christmas season, at the holiday season, to honor their loved ones, validate and acknowledge their grief, and do a little bit of healing so that they can welcome that there's space in their heart for the Christmas spirit, and they can get through the season. They can embrace it and actually even enjoy it. And so that's what I'm planning on doing again this year. It's going to be, it's always December 21st at 7 p.m. And that's what it's going to be again this year. And I encourage people to, if you're in my area, drop in and participate. Join us. I know it's hard. It can be very hard. Bring a friend. Come with somebody. Make that effort. I know you'll probably be glad you did. It's just getting there that's so hard. And if you're not living around where I am, then I know there will be services very similar to this. And I'm sure that there are a lot of other faiths or religions and belief structures where people gather and celebrate a holiday this time of year, and that may be struggling. And therefore, I invite you, encourage you to participate where you can and where it's available to you. I did do some, even through COVID, we did a service. I videoed the service in little bits and pieces so that it could be emailed to people who may not have access to any other way, and they could get it piecemealed to them bit by bit, and they could enjoy the service in that manner. There's lots of ways that you can do this, and even if it is alone, you can find all kinds of tips and things to do that will help you through. Now, one of the things is something that I hand out all kinds of different resource materials, and one of them is to remember to rest during the holidays. The key to coping with holiday blues is in the understanding that you need to make realistic expectations for the holidays, and knowing what people, events, thoughts, or memories can trigger feeling sad or depressed, and developing ways of responding to these feelings and being around supportive people can all be helpful in coping with the holidays. So most of us And most of all, it is important to remember to get your rest. R-E-S-T. The R is reasonable expectations and goals. Be realistic about what can and cannot be done. Don't think that you have to do everything you did before. Don't think you have to put up all those lights or do all that baking or do all that shopping or whatever it was that, or send out all those Christmas greetings or whatever. Make sure that you know that you need to rest, and people will understand, and take time to look after yourself. E is for exercise. Now, exercise comes with, the term comes with a little stigma, so I like to call it physical activity, but E for exercise fits in here. Even just going for a walk, if you can. Where I am right now, it's been pretty icy out, so that's maybe not quite the safest thing, but you can walk around your house. You can go to a mall. You can go to some kind of a community center and just walk. Walking is extremely healthy. Get up and move, stretch, eat and drink in moderation, and enjoy free activities. Don't be afraid to laugh or cry. Remember that when we shed a tear, it all depends on the emotion that we're holding, what kind of chemical makeup that tear has. And when we cry sad tears, it's actually like a cleanse. It will get rid of some of the toxic chemicals that are in your system, and it helps you feel better. So if you can cry, don't stop yourself. Cut loose. Now, I also know that a lot of times when people cry and they're around somebody else, they will apologize. I know most of us have done that. We start to cry and then we say, I'm so sorry. So sorry for crying. It's okay. It's okay to cry. You don't need to apologize. But if you do, that's okay too. All right, just get it out. S is simply simplify. Okay? Simplify to relieve stress. Set a budget for time. Set a budget for social obligations and gifts. Simple gifts can bring happiness. The gift of your presence is gift enough. The gift of cards, coupons, gift cards, right? But the time you spend together is way more appreciated than anything else. And just people want to be with you. And if you can be with them and make memories, play games, do fun activities, maybe you can cook together or bake together. Whatever you can do together is going to be more valuable than any gift that you could possibly buy. Okay? You could donate time. You can donate time to charity. Call or visit a friend. Learn to say no. Say no thank you to yourself and others so that you can make sure that you're using your time in the most healthy, beneficial way for you. Okay? It's okay to say no. And sometimes people have a hard time with that, but it's important to do. Take time, T. So we got the R for reasonable expectations, the E for exercise, S for simplify, and the T is taking time. Take time for yourself, for relaxation and remembrance. Give time to others, volunteer, spend time with caring, supportive people. Keep in mind that traditions can be changed and they can be changed again, okay? You could build a new tradition, and that's going to be important and probably necessary to do. There's a little poem or prose, anonymous, that I'd like to share with you. When we walk to the edge of all, the light we have, and take that step into the darkness of the unknown, we must believe. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. This is life, right? So there's the phone and my husband's picked it up. So let's try this again. When we walk to the edge of all, the light we have, and take that step into the darkness of the unknown, we must believe that one of two things happen. There will be something solid for us to stand on, or we will simply learn to fly. And I think you all know this already if you've experienced grief. The person you've lost, you couldn't imagine living without, but you are. The impossible is possible. So remember what Dr. Seuss said, the people who mind don't matter, the people who matter don't mind. So look after yourself, do what you need to do. Come join me if you can on December 21st at 7 at the Beaver Lodge United Church. And I might post a little, I don't know, we'll see. If I can video some of that, I might post some of that for you too. Take care of yourselves, and whatever you celebrate this time of year, I hope you do. Embrace it and find joy.